Okay, I should be started back up again. Hey, there you are. SJ's Mixed Adventures Ember Panel. So, how do I sound? Do I sound okay? I'm still trying to get it worked out. Still trying to figure this out, that's for sure. It's perfect. So, the sound is good. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna work on trying to smoothly transition over to something different so that I can show you a number of different things. You just tell me if it seems kind of gimpy or weird. I'm gonna stick a coin under my scope here, and then I'll change over to it. This isn't anything special. It's just something that's just up there for the sake of being up there. I'm glad you hear me fine. Thank you, Les. I just want to make sure that this mic works real well, and I don't try to come online and suddenly the mic isn't working and can't get anything to work out right. And it seems like everything is doing okay. And let's see, turn it up just a little bit more for gain. Okay. What about when I get a little further away like this? If I'm back here, can you hear me okay? Try typing in the chat. Okay, here I am. "31D logo in place." Okay. And so you can hear me fine just like this. Awesome. So that means I don't have to be up here up close to the mic. That's good. I like that. Because I like to be able to be comfortable when I'm talking. Because it's kind of odd enough as it is that I'm talking to a computer screen and have to get used to the fact that there's actually people there and I'm not just talking to my computer, because that seems kind of weird. So anybody find anything good lately? I refound a box that I'd had at one point in time, and I thought I had sold most of it, didn't realize that I had not sold most of it, and I found it again. And this box is packed full of early Lincoln Cents, a lot of them in really nice condition. So I'm happy for that. Now I just got a lot of work to do. Funny voices. What funny voices would you want me to do? I have no idea. I don't do funny voices well. I do the radio voice well, though. I could do a voice for smooth jazz. Who's messaging me? Aha. Donald Duck. No, sir. Sorry, I cannot do Donald Duck. Donald Duck is way beyond. Corn-fed. Oh, you want me to do that? That's a private thing. Only my family gets in on that one. I wish I had something really good to show you guys. So Tim Conway passed away today. That's heartbreaking to me because he's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Him and Harvey Korman and Carol Burnett and what they did back in the 70s. The jazz voice rocks. Kicking off another 40-minute smooth jazz session. So I did that at the late night hours. I did that for a jazz station in Oklahoma City back when I was in the Air Force. A lot of you may not understand or know that smoking actually makes your voice a little bit lower. Even though it clouds your lungs and it kills you, it makes your voice lower. And my voice was lower and it was really good. And I got hired as a overnight DJ in Oklahoma City, and I did it for about 6 months. And I did unique music for unique people. All you want to hear, all night long, here on Smooth Jazz, 97.9 KTNT. That station's not in business anymore. Make Amber a mod. Okay, well, I'll make Amber a mod. She deserves it. Here you go, Amber, you're a mod. I think I did that right. If it wasn't Amber, I did Les. Nah, she's a mod now. I don't understand how that doesn't show on my computer. I don't have a wrench. But maybe it's because I'm behind. Oh, wait a minute, I've got top chat on. I need to put live chat back on. There we go. Hey, now I'm on live chat. I don't know what the difference is. Picture and sound are fantastic. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. I don't really understand. Yeah, she is now, but she wasn't as soon as I did it. Can anybody tell me what the difference is between the live chat and the top chat? That's a big question I've got here. Live is on time. Okay. And so top chat is not? Is that what we're talking about here? Okay, live chat, you see it as it's sent. Top chat, it will show select comments. Well, what good would top chat ever be? Hey, Trey. 3 dots to the right. I figured that out. Well, I didn't figure it out. I read it. Oh, I could put users in timeout. I can report people. I can hide the users. I can do all kinds of stuff. This is kind of cool. So does anybody have a coin question for me? If you got a coin question, I'll try to answer it. Check this out. I'm going to show you something. This right here, this is going to be the first auction lot from the upcoming auction next Tuesday night. It's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. It's 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific. That's going to be the first auction lot. But I don't want to ruin all of it. If I ruin all of it, I'll show you all the auction lots now and nobody would want to come back. How many complete penny coin books have I completed? Are you talking about albums where you put the pennies in? Not very many of them because I quit using those a long time ago. I use them to ship sets. So if someone buys a bunch of coins from me, I'll throw them in the slots and send the book. But I've got probably 20 or 30 Danskos here that I only use for that purpose. Complete Lincoln Cent sets, as the regular issue set goes without the 1922 plane, I've probably completed a dozen of them. And generally when I do complete them, they're at least very fine condition, if not extremely fine. And so you can hear me well. Paula. Do I sound like that voice in your head? Dang, what about it, Trey? What's up, Trey? Paula, I do sound like the voice in your head. Awesome. And you know what? If I didn't, I do now. So we have another coin question, anyone? I'm just throwing things out there. I am looking for 1914 D Lincolns. If anyone happens to have a genuine 1914 D Lincoln that they have for sale, please contact me. This is the voice in your head. You want to sell them to Chuck. Favorite coin to collect? Well, I mean, obviously Lincoln Cents have been my specialty, and I've done that for a little more than 40 years now. What my favorite would be, likely if I didn't do Lincoln Cents and I had my choice to start everything all over again, would probably be Standing Liberty Quarters. I like those more. Yeah, we all want them. That's why I want to the 1914 Ds, as many of them as I can get my hands on. I'll take them anything from good to AU. Uncirculated ones are hard to sell. Most common coin question I get. Wow. There's a lot of common coin questions, but the most common one is this machine doubling? Because I get a lot of people asking me about machine doubling over and over again. And yes, most of them are machine doubling. But I do have a nice one here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's put my eyeballs on so I can actually see what I'm doing here. And get my scope all popped up. Here we go. Here's the coin. And I take it out of the little flip here and stick it under my scope. And get it focused in so I can see it. There we go. Now I'll switch over to it so you can see it. Everyone thinks theirs are fake in BU condition. Oh, that they are fake. The 1914Ds? Yeah, but I've seen a number of them. I've seen a number of fake ones, and I've seen a number of good ones. And the fake ones, especially the modern Chinese counterfeits, are not difficult to tell the difference. I mean, it's really easy to tell that those are fake. They're actually kind of hard to mimic, I guess. But the modern counterfeits are going to have the shape of the D is going to be completely off. And if I had another coin nearby that would have the same D, I would show you. Of course, I could probably find one. I have a few. I have a couple of coins around here. Oh, here's a fake you can look at. Somebody tell me that's not fake. Okay, let's see. Is ICG and NX trusted grading service? Well, there are some people who trust them, and there are some people who don't. There are some people who trust them that don't use them simply because they are not market accepted. So the question would be, do you use them regardless of whether you would be able to get your money back out of selling holders from those companies? And for me, because I'm a dealer, I tend to stick with NGC and PCGS for the reason that it's easier to sell the coins in their holders. However, ANAX has for years recognized the Copper Coins die system, and I recently gave them a phone call and talked to them about the 2019 double dies, and I will be sending a number of coins to ANAX for the 2019 double die designations that are on the Copper Coins website. And the reason for that is because PCGS and ANAX don't seem to care enough. Let's see. Get one of these out of here and show it to you. I believe this is going to be 2019 DDO number 1. Yes, it is. See how fat and thick Liberty is? I don't have the toothpick thing going on here, so I can't really point to it. I know Shay uses a toothpick. I'll have to get me a toothpick. Mental note to self. Get a toothpick. But you can see right there that the RTY, especially of Liberty, are very, very thick. Right there. I'm not sure whether or not my cursor is going to show to you or not. I take this logo out of here. Well, the L on this particular coin doesn't have a whole lot of doubling on it. The doubling is actually stronger as you get toward the center of the design. Amber needs one. How much is Amber paying for one? I don't have very many of these. I do have examples of dies 4 and 5. I have plenty of those. Hello, Detective Steve. I'm just learning some of the people who are coming in here. I know a number of people from Facebook. Let's see. Get back to the camera on me. There we go. I'm back. Hey. So even when I talk more quietly, everyone can hear me just fine. I don't have to yell. I don't have to speak up really loud or anything. And I'm just trying to get where the volume works. Sylvia. Nice to meet you, Sylvia. Because I don't want to be too quiet, and I don't want to be too loud, I don't want to be overbearing, and I don't want to annoy my wife, frankly. I happen to be in my home, which that's where my broadcast studio is, the world headquarters of coppercoins.com. So is your real name Sylvia on Facebook, or is your real name Sylvia and you're on Facebook? Yeah, I told everyone that I talked to about this that I was going to put on sunglasses and be Howard Stern, but I don't have the voice for it and I don't have the sunglasses either. We have another coin question. I guess I could finish the ICG Annex thing. ICG and ANAX are not generally recognized by the market. And that's a given. That's just a known thing. And because of that, a lot of people don't spend their money with ICG or ANAX. I personally don't see a problem in their grading. Both of them seem to be rather reputable to me. Both of them seem to be rather accurate to me. But if I want to resell a 1914D in an uncirculated red holder, it's going to need to be in an NGC or a PCGS holder, because ANAX and ICG for that kind of coin are not going to capture the price that an NGC or a PCGS would. Well, my wife doesn't necessarily get into coins. She's just happy that I do, and that I'm home, and that I'm not out running around doing something else. And she enjoys that little part of life. And she can always count on me being here. I also do artwork and graphics. I drink coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Used to be really active on the CoinOp Facebook group. I'm sorry I don't recognize you, Sylvia. I wish I did. Let's see. What else can I show off here? This 95 double die is, see, the 2019 double die here. I gotta get these little babies back where they belong. And I'll show you a couple of things. So let me bring you back over to the 95 double die for a second, and then I'll stand up and turn around and come back. This is my segue into transitioning so that I can step off camera and nobody even notices. Hey, Laura. Okay, I'm back. Now I can switch back over to me so you guys can see that I never left my chair. Check this out. That's just really cool. I'm going to try to get it as close up as I can. Yeah, this thing's full of nice rolls. Here's a 1930 uncirculated roll. Will that focus in? They're red and brown for the better part, but it's an uncirculated roll. That's 1930. Here's a 1935S. 1935S uncirculated roll. Here's a partial 1928D AU to uncirculated roll. Let's see, I've got two 1932, so I got a 32D. This one's all AU coins. That's some pretty stuff. Where's my glasses? You just saw me do the thing where you reach up and your glasses aren't there. Let's see. That 21S roll. So you know you have too many coins when you lose something like this and don't realize you lost it until you found it. Here's a bunch of 1909 VDBs. Some of these have luster. Pretty nice stuff. Got a baggie full of 26S's. Yeah, so this is going to be my my pull box for a while. Here's a 1928D uncirculated roll. Hey, let's see. Have a 2019 P penny on the Liberty. There is a double die scratch from the B in Liberty down to the center of Lincoln's back. Have you found any yet? A double die scratch. Double die and scratch don't necessarily work together. A double die scratch. Okay, 2 die scratches. That's okay. I'm figuring it out now. No. Nope, Mike, I don't think I've ever seen that, and if I did, I would frankly probably skip right by it because I'm looking for double dies, I'm looking for high-grade coins, things like that. Die scratches don't necessarily trip my trigger. So as I'm going through coins, if I see a die scratch, I kind of just leave it alone. Coin searcher, Les, Art Ring. Hey Art, I think I've still got a coin here that belongs to you. So I got a few other nice ones too I've been showing off. Hey, yeah, boxes full of stuff. Oh, and then there's this. I'll show you guys this again because these things are really cool. I got a whole big giant stack of them here. Here's my coin cards. And I got a bunch of these things because I printed off a bunch and I cut them. But you guys need to get over and start earning these things. They're awesome. They're awesome cool. Here's card number 1. Focus. Focus. There we go. Somebody messaging me again. A message from Amber? No, Brady. Okay. I'll have to answer that a little bit later. Am I Chuck? I am, yes. That's the name down at the bottom of the screen. That's my name, and I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, the coin cards. She is just tripping out over the coin cards. Tell you what, she really likes them. And hey, I got another stack of coin cards to send to her. And I have a stack exactly like it for Tyler. But don't tell her that. Thank you, Coin Help You. I didn't actually come up with the idea myself. I kind of stole it from somebody else, but it's something that, well, the idea essentially it drops back to baseball cards, and back when cigarette companies used to advertise on baseball cards, and they used them as stiffeners in packs of cigarettes. And those tobacco cards really kind of started the idea of the store card, where you could put your store information on one side of a card that somebody would collect. And so as time went on through through time, I guess you might say, anybody who had a collectible topic could create cards with collectible information on them. So those are the same one. I've got all kinds of 69S's. But I picked up the idea through basic history, and I thought over time that I would do something like this, but producing something like this at a press is extremely expensive. And yes, you do have to win them. They are not for sale. And so over time, I decided that I would spend the time and the effort that it took to come up with a series of 60 cards and print them myself. And so I have a color laser printer here at home, and I can actually produce and cut these. I would show you, but I don't really even know how. And to be able to, frankly, to be able to show you my mess is not necessarily my number one priority. But anyhow, I've got a nice large Ricoh printer over here. So I'm glad this mic sounds good. I like that. Like that idea. Probably the best $50 I've spent this week. It's a good mic too, I think. It's by Uhuru. And that kind of reminded me of that lady that was on Star Trek back in the 60s. But the name is UHURU. The weather really nice and warm now. Yeah, it's only about 90 degrees here. We're down 1 or 2 degrees from yesterday where it was 91 or 92. We've had thunderstorms just about every day. After the thunderstorms, the temperature gets down in the 70s and stays that way for the rest of the evening, but it's very soupy. It's very wet. And for those of you who don't know, I live about 50 miles north of Miami on the Atlantic coast of Florida. Any other questions anybody wants to ask? Okay. That's quite a ways to move it. Okay, Art, what do you think now? I didn't realize I left that lamp on behind me. I might put my splasher down this way. They call it a pea screen. A pop screen. You still hear me really well? I don't feel like Howard Stern anymore. I can't hide behind the mic. Sounds good with headphones. I like that. Thank you. I'm glad I made a good purchase. And this was the point of today's live stream. And so now I'm just sitting here talking with you people. Loud and clear, maybe a little closer. Just wanted to peek behind you and see what coins you have there on the shelf. My place is a mess. This place is always a mess. Alright, so I like having my mic a little bit closer. It makes me look a little more like a radio host. So one of these days, maybe I can get into actually giving you guys a tour through some of the stuff that I own, because I'm looking to sell a number of coins. And that's the purpose of the auction that we have coming up next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. Another South Florida coin dog. Where are you from, John? Hey, we might be able to get together for coffee if you're in South Florida, even Fort Lauderdale. It's only a 30-minute drive from here. Reference material for mint marks. Coin Junkie Silver. Reference material for mint marks. There you go. coppercoins.com. Been working on that website for about 20 years now. Any for sale from the boxes you sent back yet? Not yet. I haven't gotten that far. I've got all of it's drawered and ready to go, and I've got to start getting things back together. John, you're from Delray Beach? Heck, I'm about 10 miles away from you. If that. 10 or 15 miles. I go down to the VA clinic in Delray Beach. What's the name of the road? Linton. It's on Linton Road, which is basically between Delray and Boca Raton. Yes, hit the like, please. Hit the like. And get all your friends to subscribe too. That way we can get a lot of people in here. Blow my head up so big it won't even fit on screen. I will be sending a box out, Amber, within the next few days. I do have a lot of stuff put together that I'm going to be sending, and there's going to be a lot of better, older stuff in there too. Big neighborhood. Yeah, we do have a big neighborhood. There's about 8.5 million people in this part of Florida. You're never wanting for someone to talk to around here, that's for sure. I almost wish this were a Google Hangout and I could have people come hang out with me. Maybe I'll try that next. I think so too, Wes. Let's see if I can figure out. How would you stop it? My computer's not pretending to be nice to me today. Huh, it's weird. I thought I had a way of being able to see how many people were actually watching. Will I be providing an email for coin photos questions to be submitted for answers on live stream? That's a good idea. I had never thought of it. The only live stream I had ever really thought about doing was the, what are you doing? 16, 18, are you bidding on something? Yes, I will eventually put together an email address that I'll have open during live streaming. The only thing is I don't know how to easily turn an image that I get in email into something I can share on screen. I'll have to figure that out. I'm sure I can do it. I've got some pretty decent software. Oh, 16, 18. That's how many are watching. I don't know why I can't see it. Oh, I can. I have it over there. It's in the corner. Oh, my eye itches. Gonna have to stop and go make dinner sometime soon. I'm the only one in the house who cooks. I think tonight we're gonna have Caribbean jerk chicken and rice. F5 and refresh. What are you gonna refresh? See what else I have here. That's my 95 double die. I need to put it away. I think this is the right flip for it. Let's get this put in here. What else do I need to show you? Let's see here. Oh, I know I've got some good stuff. I'm just not exactly sure where all of it is right now. Let's see if this shows it all. Hey, it does. There we go. I just picked that up off the desk. 1968 DRPM number 1. And for those watching today, and only for those watching today, that's a very special repunchment mark to me because it is from my birth year. Yes, I am 50 years old. Okay, you have some 68 SB rolls and would like to compare against the intended design. How may I do this on your site? The best way that I can tell you that you could compare is to take a look at some of the die varieties I would have listed there. I used to have passion toward making a full grading guide where people could look at all the different grades and all the different dates and mints, and I'm working toward that again, but because of die space limitations, or die space because of drive space limitations back in the day when I started this website, I could not complete that project. And in the last few years, I've been working more toward trying to get myself ready to sell, so that makes the money that I need to live so that I can keep working on copper coins. And I haven't put as much time and effort into a photo list or a photo showing of all the different Lincoln cents. So that's where a photo of the intended design for 1968 would come. However, I can tell you that the actual design for 1968 Lincolns comes from 1967, 66, 65, and so on. They used the same design, only with a different digit at the end of the date. In 1969, they changed the design altogether because the 1968 design, as you can see, is very tired. So they changed the design to try to make the engraving of Lincoln look a lot more like the original 1909 engraving. And you'll notice that on 1968, it's very common for the letters around the rim, around the motto, to bleed into the rim, and it's also common for you to have issues with the sharpness of the design, lack of hair detail. Sometimes there's removed die clashes that will leave letters, especially the TY and Liberty or the 1 and the date, thinner than they should appear. All of these things are very normal for 1968 Lincoln cents. And so that's why we changed the design in 1969, and it looks a lot cleaner. Well, that wasn't exactly a quick answer, but it was the right answer. So if you're lagging, you can hit F5 and it will refresh the stream. Very nice to know that too. Oh, we got a few people in here. Got 18 people watching. I can hear my wife upstairs. If she comes in here, she's going to be on live video, and she's not going to like that. All right, folks. Well, I was just testing out my mic, and I hate to break a hosting show, but I've got to go and start cooking dinner, or somebody's going to get mad at me. So hit the like button. Yeah, Miss Tam. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and I will come back next Tuesday. Have a great night, and we'll see you later.